Hi, my name is Mark Newman. I'm CEO and founder of Hirevue. The way Hirevue works is our core mission is to enable people to tell their story and to demonstrate their ability to work, and to do that by removing any type of friction around interacting with employers. So we want to make job interviews, which are life-changing experiences, awesome. So we invented this thing called the on-demand interview, where people take the interview on their own time through mobile devices or webcams, where they answer questions one by one that get recorded for review by employers. We also offer all sorts of other interview types, coding challenges, live interviews, you name it. Because it's this idea of how do you tell your story and demonstrate your ability to work and do it in a way that you aren't represented by a resume or a profile, you're represented by who you are, your stories, your experiences, and ideas for the future. With statistics out there about talking about a talent shortage of 35% of employers saying globally that there is, and 49% in the US, I don't think there actually is a talent shortage. I think there's a shortage in the skills to be able to find that talent. Because a lot of times people say, I have to find somebody with this perfect profile to fill this position. They need 12 years experience of X, yet the programming language has only been around for 3. People apply for jobs through what are called like applicant tracking systems, and you see a job posting online, you apply for it, you put in your resume. What's actually little known is the fact that only 4% of candidates actually even have their resume reviewed in those systems. So it's a black hole. Those systems generally have screening criteria. Oh, how many X years of experience do you have? Do you have these keywords? Do you have those various elements? The friction in this market is, at a certain point in time, you used to be able to post a job because the jobs were more simple, and you'd get applicants to this job at a localized level and you could make your decision. Well, jobs are becoming more complex. A marketing person 10 years ago could maybe build some content and do some stuff, and now you have to have a good understanding of digital marketing, and that's a different skill set than existed before. And so ultimately, for the best organizations in the world, or frankly every organization in the world, recruiting is a competitive sport. It's reframing how you think about finding the right person and saying, it's actually not about them having specific experience in this specific skill set that may or may not have even existed before. It's actually understanding what's their school of experience. The Professor Clayton Christensen from Harvard University has this idea of what's your school of experience? What did you learn from other use cases, essentially, that help you apply to it, to your work today? Thomas Friedman and the idea of the world is flat is an interesting idea, and even what's kind of funny is that the book's about 15 years old now, and a lot of it's kind of coming true. It's really less about shrinking the world and more around empowering the workforce of today versus what it was yesterday. So Hirevue is 200 people. We have people in 25 different states, give or take, and 5 different countries. We're only a 200-person organization. 20 years ago, that couldn't exist, right? And so that's happening in all sorts of companies all over the world, regardless of size. So whether you're doing a startup and next thing you know, you have people in Ukraine and Philippines and all over Africa and whatever it is doing freelance work for you to help you kind of get things set up, or whatever it might be, it's less about shrinking the world and more about how do we empower the workforce of today, where guess what, you're working on a 24/7 schedule, not an 8/5 schedule. And you have people who, they might be working 40 hours a week, but guess what, they're working at 40 hours a week, and that 40 hours is during, while you're sleeping, and all those various elements. So how do we support those needs, and how do we support our customers who might be hiring 70,000 people a year, like at JP Morgan, yet 30,000 are in the US, 20,000 are in this country, 10,000 are there, 5,000 are here, and there's 40,000 people inside of the organization that move around each year. That's the big kind of hairy problem that we help address, so it's a lot of fun.